Hello, welcome to our unique learning system language arts lesson. My name is Charlotte Lucas. I am an autism low incidence mentor teacher with Richmond Public Schools, and I am delighted to be able to work with you today. Today's lesson is part two of a two-part unit, which will focus on planning for the future. Our story today is Jordan's first job. We're going to read the story. We'll look at some vocabulary. Then we will explore different types of jobs that are available to you. We got a lot to do, so let's get to work. Our story today is Jordan's first job. Jordan has a lot to think about. He's a high school student like you. He has some responsibilities that he needs to take care of, and he is trying to figure out a way how to make that happen. Let's do a little bit of vocabulary first so that when we read this story, we'll have a better understanding of what Jordan is going through. Finding the right job for you. These are some things to consider, guys and girls, as you try to figure out what type of job you're interested in. Find a job that is right for you. The right job matches your skills. The right job matches your interests. The right job matches your needs. Skills are things you learned how to do. Some skills are reading, listening, teamwork. Being organized is a skill. Being able to take directions, that's a skill. Interests are things you like to do. You might like working outside. You may like sitting at a desk. Tell your team what you like to do. Now, your team are your parents, your guardians, your friends that have a little bit of knowledge about what's going on and are able to help you. Someone that you trust very much, your counselor at school, maybe even your principal. Talk to your team about what you would like to do. No matter what grade you're in, ninth grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, it doesn't matter. It's not too early to start. Everyone has different needs at a job. Some needs are using pictures instead of words, sitting instead of standing, using a calculator for counting money. Whatever your needs are, you need to get those needs met or know what they are once you start hunting for a job. Now, you want the right job for you. Know your skills, your interests, and needs. Then you will find the right job. All right, let's apply that to what we're going to read about Jordan. Jordan's first job. Jordan is excited. His parents gave him a car, but he will have to pay for gas and insurance to use the car. Gas and insurance cost money. Jordan needs money. Jordan has a goal. He must earn money for gas and insurance to use the car. Jordan needs a job. Jordan looks online. What job will he choose? Online job hunting is a great strategy. As he is looking online, these are some of the things that he's coming across. This is an advertisement. It says, help wanted. Here is a job, car washer. Wash cars outdoors on Monday and Friday afternoon. Pay is $8 an hour. That's not bad. He has to make a decision about this. What do you think he's going to decide? $8 an hour. He's Mondays and Fridays afternoon, and he's in school. Don't forget that. What type of decision do you think he's going to make? Can Jordan do the job? Does Jordan have the skills for the job? Does Jordan want the job? No. Jordan is in school on Monday and Friday afternoons. You can't skip school to take a job. So he is not able to take that job. No sense applying for that job. Here's another advertisement for a chef. Help wanted. Here is a job, chef. Cook many different kinds of food for 5 hours on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Pay is $11 an hour. Wow, that's an excellent job to be the chef and to cook on Mondays. I'm sorry, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays and earn $11 an hour. Wow, that's a lot of money. Do you think he'll take this job now? He's a student. Let's keep that in mind. He's a student. He has to go to school, and this is a job for a chef. The chef is in charge of the whole kitchen. The chef tells everyone what to do. He has a sous chef, he has the waitresses and busboys and dishwashers and other cooks around him. Excuse me. And he tells all of them what to do. Do you think that he will be able to take this job? Let's look and see. Can Jordan do the job? Does Jordan have the skills for the job? Does Jordan want the job? No, Jordan does not know how to cook many different kinds of food. He's just in high school. Now, there are some high school students that can really cook. I am aware of this. But when you go to a restaurant, there are special dishes that your patrons expect for you to be able to do. And that might be a little bit over his head. So even though the salary is high, he wouldn't be able to do the job. So he's not going to answer that ad. Dishwasher, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, 3 hours, $8 an hour. Help wanted. Here is a job, dishwasher. Wash dishes for 3 hours on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Pay is $8 an hour. Wow, that sounds excellent. Sounds like something that would be in the evening also. Let's check and see if Jordan would be interested in this job. Would he have the skill for the job? What do you think he's going to do? He's passed up a couple now. Can Jordan do the job? Does Jordan have the skills for the job? Does Jordan want the job? No, he does not like to wash dirty dishes. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'm not mad at Jordan because you should never take a job you don't have any like for. If you don't like it, don't take it because you're not going to do a good job. That will cause problems with you and your boss. It'll be a waste of your time. Better try and find something that you're more suited for, what you're interested in, and has skills that you already know how to do. Let's move on and see if he finds anything that he likes. Here's another advertisement. Dog walker. Help wanted. Here is a job. Dog walker. Walk 2 dogs for an hour every day after school. Pay is $15 an hour for each dog. Wow, that's a lot of money. I like that. I might have to take that job myself. $15 an hour, just an hour a day. How many dogs are you going to walk? Maybe two. Who knows? That's a lot of money. Do you think he'll take this job? It's in the afternoon. He's still a student. It's in the afternoon and it's only for an hour. Let's see what he says. Can Jordan do the job? Does Jordan have the skills for the job? Does Jordan want the job? Yes, he likes to walk dogs outside. The job is after school. Jordan gets the job. He walks the dogs every day. He works as much as he can. Jordan earns money by walking dogs. Finally, Jordan has enough money for gas and insurance. Now he can drive his car. Jordan reaches his goal. That is absolutely excellent. Jordan was able to find a job that he likes, that was during the time that he was available, and paid a very nice salary. He was able to get what he wanted to meet his goal. That was excellent. Now, let's see what we can do. When you're looking for jobs, Jordan went online and he looked up different types of jobs that he can do. And there are lots of jobs in your community that you might be interested in. Some of these you may not have thought about that you could look for and could possibly be doing right now. A fast food worker, a grocery bagger at the grocery store, a gardener, a landscaper, someone who rakes and cuts the grass and plants flowers and throws seeds down, a babysitter. That's a good job. A construction worker. That is a very good job to be an apprentice at when you're young. Librarian, one of my favorite jobs. I would love to be a librarian. A clerical work where you answer phones and file files and organize information for the office. That sounds like you have to be very personable in order to get a job like that. Factory worker, yes. They will train you when you work in a factory. They will train you to do exactly what they need you to do. How about an actor? Actors make good money. If you're a great actor, you might want to give that a try. Ticket counter attendant, like at the movies, taking tickets at the movies. A hotel attendant, taking baggage to and from cars. Car inspector, that's a good job. A car inspector. A bus driver, my, you would have to learn how to drive a bus in order to do that. And you would have to have a valid driver's license. A medical assistant. Now, there's a very noble job to have where you get to assist the doctors in the offices or in the hospital. How about a housekeeping job? You have to move around a lot on your feet, but you're moving all the time and are doing very productive things for long periods of time. That is a wonderful job and it's very helpful to others. Garbage collector. This is a very needed job in our community at all times. That is an excellent job to have, and they pay really, really well. How about a clothing store clerk? That's one of the first jobs I had when I was a teenager, working in a department store. And it is a very wonderful job if you like working with people. A museum tour guide. Have you ever been to the museum and someone walks you around and tells you everything that's in the museum and you ask questions and get answers? That would be a tour guide. And how about a recreation center assistant? That's like sitting there answering the phone, greeting people as they come into the center, being polite, knowing the answers to where things are in the vicinity. That is a very good job to have. How about a dog groomer? Do you like animals? Think about a dog groomer working with a vet. Those are good jobs. And then assistant chef, where you're not really the chef, but you assist the chef. It's a sous chef. While you're assisting the chef, you're learning how to cook. It is a very excellent job to have. These are just some ideas of the jobs that are available in the community that you can think about. And the pay is really good. You might enjoy it. All right, let's go back to our story and let's look at some possible jobs you could be interested in. Now, one job I would like is let's try to see a job you could pick and why you would pick it, why you would be interested in that job. All right, let's pick a librarian. That's my favorite job. That's one of my favorite jobs. I'm going to tell you, I love being a teacher. I really love being a teacher, but I think if I had to pick my next job, it might be a librarian. All right. I would like this job because I like to, let's see, if you're in the library, you have to talk to people, work with my hand. Librarians have to do a lot of work, putting library books in the proper place and doing files, use tools, be clean and organized. That's important. Or care for sports equipment. Well, you have to be clean and organized. You have to work with your hands and you have to be able to talk to people. Why would you like this job? Well, I would like it because I like talking to people. And I'm very polite. I treat people really nicely and I get very, very good responses. That's one job that we might be interested in. Let's try another job. How about a clothing store clerk? That's a good job for guys and for girls. Why would you like to be a clothing store clerk? If you're working in a clothing store, you do have to talk to people and you have to work with your hands. You have to be clean and organized. You don't have to use very many tools or work with sports unless you're working in a sports store, and that is a possibility also. So, what would you choose if you were in a clothing store as a clerk? What would you pick as the reason why you would pick that job? Because you're clean and organized? Well, that's an excellent reason. You have to be organized to work in a clothing store. You have to know how to organize those items, put them back on the shelf. Very nice. Let's try one more. Let's pick one more job that you might be interested in and why you might pick it. Let's see. How about a factory worker? Let's try that. Well, if you're working in a factory, sometimes you might do the same function repetitively, and that's fine. You might have to do an assembly line. Let's see, you would like to do this job because, well, you don't get to talk to a lot of people when you're in a factory working because you have to focus on what your job is. Even though there's a lot of people around you, you shouldn't talk to them. Work with your hands, most definitely. You have to work with your hands as a factory worker. You will use tools, sure. Sometimes in a factory, you have to use tools. Be clean and organized, will definitely be organized. Care for sports equipment, not so much necessarily as a factory worker. So let's see. I'm going to say use tools this time because I like to use tools. I'm very handy with tools, and that would be a good reason. Well, we did a good job with this. This is very interesting. This gives us opportunities to think about jobs that are out there and the jobs that we would like to do. Excuse me, and how to think about the jobs that you might be interested in. And you really did a great job today. I was very interested in Jordan and the accomplishments that he made for getting his car. And this gives you some hope for if you're in high school, there are lots of jobs out there you can do. And if you don't have a job yet, you can volunteer at school and learn some skills that you'll be able to use when you do get a job. It's been great working with you today. I hope to get to see you again this week. Bye now.